What is going on today, everybody? I hope you're having a fantastic day. I am, and it will get better once we fix this car. So I'm inside the Subaru, and it's time to fix this thing. I'm tired of not being able to drive it. It's looking sad outside. It's got dirt all over it. So without further ado, it's time to fix this thing. I've been having troubles with an exhaust leak on this, and I think I've finally figured out where it was. And it's pretty bad. It's a pretty bad one. I got some parts to replace it, and we're gonna go ahead, slap a whole new up pipe on this thing. Now, the part that kind of sucks is I've got an external wastegate, EWG. So, with green gate happening, it is extremely hard to find these. And this is the only company I could really find that looked pretty decent and had V-band and all the stuff that I needed. But, we'll try it out. I definitely didn't want to go the CNT route again, so I currently have a CNT external wastegate on the car, and we're going away from that. I really wanted to get a Grimspeed, but they don't make them anymore, and I can only find a 44 mil, and I only have a 38 right now. I can't retune it with the green gate, so I'm kind of stuck in a funny area where I want to tune it. I want to do more to the car, but I can't tune it without all the green gate stuff happening. Anyways, right now, we need to fix it either way so we can drive the thing. Let's go ahead. Let's start installing this external wastegate up pipe, and it's got a nice flex joint in it. So hopefully this doesn't happen again, because it snapped all the way up here at this turbo weld, and it's just not good. So let's go ahead, pop this hood, and get to wrenching. First things first, let's get this hood open. Well, without further ado, let's start getting into this. I gotta go ahead, take the top mount off so we can get to the turbo, probably take the turbo off, and then we gotta take the whole up pipe that runs all the way down here, 2 bolts, and I just gotta start getting into it. So let's go ahead, undo this top mount and start getting stuff pulled out of the way and see if we can get this turbo undone without a bunch of headache. But I anticipate a bunch of headache because the headers down here are not going to be fun to undo. Now that we've got our blow-off uninstalled, all the hoses, all of our clamps loosened, the mounting brackets, hose over here, we've got all those undone. It's time to get, and I've taken this far bracket off of this side. It just makes it a little bit easier, a little less stuff to kind of be in the way. So now we'll go out and kind of twist it out of here to try to get this top mount off. Looks like my oil catch cans are not doing very much. Here we go, we've got everything kind of out of our way, and our turbo heat shield is telling a story that we have an exhaust leak. I'd say somewhere around this area, which goes with what I was thinking it was. And if we look down, deep down in here, let's see if we can get a good shot of it here. I don't know if you can see, right here's my external blow-off. And I shouldn't be able to move it that much. That's not good. So we've got some problems down in there. So I've gone ahead, taken all the stuff off kind of that I can get to super easy. Now I've got some WD-40 working on those rusty bolts because they're all rusty and gonna be really fun to take off. So we've got the WD-40 working on those. I'm gonna give it a couple minutes, get everything that I can WD-40, and then probably try to start taking off the bolts that hold the turbo to the up pipe, or what used to be the up pipe, that flange. So fingers crossed it all goes okay, because it's not gonna go great. Here's the aftermath. I was really hating on Subaru for having the multi-piece header, but boy did it come in handy on this. And it was not fun getting that piece out alone because these 2 bolts are completely seized on there. So now I have some work to do to try to get those off, but I was not getting them off. Luckily I had this joint right here, I could take it off, and then I had to take this header off anyways, or this bank of the header off. So we got that undone, but here's the real aftermath. This is their welds, I guess, and you can even see through there's a little crack right there starting, and the joints, like, everything's bad. I don't know what was going on with this, but that also led to my downpipe dropping, hitting the CV axle, and all the shiny spots is where the CV axle was hitting, broke the clamp off, and then squirted all the CV axle juice everywhere. And we can even see that it looks like this part, stainless or titanium or whatever they use, some good quality, but their flanges are not, because that's rusting completely. That's iron. All the way around it's starting to rust and flake off. So maybe it's for the best, but now I've got a little cleaning to do. That's going away, so I could care less. That's going away, but now I gotta figure out some stuff. But that's interesting. That whole thing completely collapsed off there. Even this little guy's got a crack. You can see it right there, all the way across. So here you can see all the stuff that's just falling off of here. Well, there's the aftermath of everything. So this has been a pain to try to get out, but lo and behold, their little bracket and welds went like that, and it's not like that anymore. So it's supposed to look like this guy. So we got our new ones in, we put our studs in, got a gasket on. We've got the Grimspeed gasket, which only does the turbo, which is way better than the stock one that goes across everything. So get the Grimspeed one, because they're perfect fit. So let's go ahead, plop this thing up there, and I still have to undo that one bolt. Oh no, I forgot. Alright, let's put this thing up there, because I want to put it up there. Well, I just learned that the only way to get this thing in is to put the top in first, down, roll the bottom up and over the subframe, and then you can kind of turn it with the external wastegate on there. The external gives it just enough to where it doesn't want to quite fit through anything, but I actually got it in. I haven't even got it set, but I actually got it in. This side was down, and then rolled the back in and up into it. So hopefully now I can get it through to the other side, put our gasket on. Well, I finally got these two pieces separated after some wicked cutting. We managed to get it undone. But I wanted to go and talk to you about different gaskets. So there's two really major different gaskets. So this one is like a stamped cork material, and this one is a multi-layer material gasket. So on the outside of this one had a layer, multi-layer steel banding, and this is how it came off, and this is what it left behind. So these two actually had the same style, but this is the gasket material that's left behind. Now this one had this material, and look at the mess that it leaves behind. But more importantly, this is what it looks like on the other side. So now it's extremely hard to pull this piece off. Plus, when it's wet, it's expanding. There we go, we actually finally got it off. But it leaves behind a rough surface for the next time. Now, not the end of the world if you're pulling the parts out, but like on the header, the block, that's going to be a pain to try to clean that material off, because now we got to get a scraper, scrape all these little chunks off, whatever stays, and it's just a nightmare to try to do. Here's the other side of this one, and I learned my lesson, because you imagine cleaning through all these bolts, it would take me forever to clean this off, versus this one just pops right off. So save yourself some time and effort, get a multi-layer steel one. It's so much better than these gaskets. Now, these ones are Grimspeeds, and I got the whole kit for the whole car, the whole front exhaust system, and it comes with everything. Now, these ones came with my new kit, and I will not be using them. They will go the same place that's going. So let's go ahead and now put this thing back together. I got a little cleaning to do, but let's get this exhaust system put back together on this car. use the multi-layers. They're so much better. Well, status update. I believe everything underneath the car has been done. I went and put the up pipe up, bolted it to the turbo, bolted the 2 mounting brackets to the up pipe, and then went and got the bottom piece to the header. That little chunk, I got that piece put in. That was easier said than done because one of the studs is right in the way for the header piece to come up. Managed to get it on after prying a little bit. It's a little bit funky, but good thing there's flex joints and all those, so you're able to kind of maneuver it where you need to. And then we put the external wastegate on, trying to get our angles right, and then our dump pipe on. So dump pipe installed. That's everything, I believe, on the bottom done. I plugged my O2 sensor back in. Mine's up here. Yours will be, I think it's up here, but plugged the O2 sensor in, got the grounding cable hooked up. Now I believe we're on to just putting the brackets and then our top mount back on. So hopefully we can get this done and running today. I do have a heat shield to put on it. I wrecked mine, so I got a new one coming, so this will have to come off, but now would be the perfect time to put the heat shield on. I'm going to avoid that because I want to start it. So we're going to get the brackets and everything put back on so we can put that guy on. There you can see the header pipe on there, freshly done. Then you just see the brand new up pipe right there. All the exhaust is put back on it. I need to take that fiberglass stuff off because it's ruined my downpipe, rusted it. So I will not be using that stuff again. I did not like it. I think we got it done. I think we're pretty well ready to start this thing. So let's pray this doesn't have a dead battery and try to start this real quick. Everything's installed. Oh, I'm missing a trumpet on my blow-off valve. But let's start this thing. Let's go! Doesn't sound like a tractor. And we're making boost again. You can hear the blow off taking off. Heck yeah. Well, I remember why I like this car. So good. Makes all the right noises. That feels so good to have off my to-do list. I cannot wait to drive this car again. I'm so happy that it's back. I'll do a bolt check here. I'm gonna run it through. So that was kind of like a heat cycle. I just want to drive it real quick. Now I'm gonna actually go for a full drive, get it really good and hot, get those gaskets to kind of seal, get that gaskets to kind of form up, and get the webbings to kind of relax a little bit, get the tension out of it. Hopefully then, and then do a double check on my bolts. It's the header's problem. I don't want this to happen again. So we'll do a double check on our bolts, especially when I go to put that heat shield on. So I'll have it all off anyways, might as well check the bolts. Double check all those, and then that's gonna be it. Yeah, I cannot wait to drive this car again. It's been sitting for so long, so I'm ready to drive it. Thanks everyone for joining me on the journey today. I hope you enjoy your day. I'm gonna enjoy mine. Now I got a car that works, so I'm excited about that. All right, take it easy everyone. Peace. Don't have too much fun today. Oh, junk.